Hello. I can't sleep, so record. Thank you for agreeing to help. I know that he's out there somewhere. Oh, this is in double sound. I feel it. I should check below decks again. While I do, could you search the collusion coast in my stead? I've been thinking that maybe it may have washed up there, but well, it's crawling with vicious creatures, and I do have some sense of self-preservation. Look for an elf of about my age. You'll know him when you see him, I'm sure. He has silky hair and the most gorgeous smile. You're the wrong person, I'm afraid. So many fled the city in the wake of what happened. May have a rather difficult time tracking down anyone in particular. Oh. Okay, put my blanket on because it's cold. That's probably him. Can't say I know any Selena, unless that would get me into Yomor, in which case I definitely know her. I'm saved. I was so tired after swimming to shore, you see, that I crawled over here and dropped off to sleep. I'm sure you can imagine my horror upon seeing those visages when I awoke. I've worried Solina. I had no idea I'd been gone so long. Of course, I will return to you more immediately. Please turn us there. I'm sure she'll want to thank you for all you've done. My love, is it truly you? Selena, how glad I am to see you. Well, you're alright. Oh, what a relief. Of course I am. I wouldn't leave you all alone. You had better not. You really brought him back. I don't know how to thank you. Still, I'm surprised that Queen Bee sent you. Perhaps he wasn't as angry as I thought. I used to work at the beehive as well, you see, but when the Queen Bee found out about our relationships, things became rather heated. I quit and have been eking out a living here ever since. I didn't expect him to understand, but he did help when no one else would, so I would return to the beehive as promised, and I'll work harder than ever. For my part, allow me to provide the reward you were offered, along with my sincere gratitude. It's the least I can do. Nice. I just want to check some. I'll come back to you. Haven't we met somewhere? Oh, it's you. I saw you fight. You were so strong, so confident, but so careful not to injure any of the civilians. Maybe you'd be interested in helping out with what I'm planning. I'm a fairly decent cook, actually. I sometimes feel as if that's the only thing I'm good at. I thought it might bring people comfort to know that they could come here and get a decent meal. The trouble is, there are too many options as to what I could prepare, and I'm not much up for making decisions. I would simply ask around, but civilians tend to get a bit nervous when a member of the army starts asking questions, and I don't want to cause anyone more distress. That being the case, would you mind asking a few people what sort of dishes might lift their spirits? I don't need the recipes, just ideas. Shit. Oh, good. 3 meals? Yes, that would certainly improve the mood around here. As for what people would enjoy, perhaps a dish they never had before, though I'm not terribly familiar with anything other than Bulgarite cuisine myself. Perhaps someone who wasn't born locally might have more ideas. How about collusion stew? It was a popular dish before the flood, apparently. All I really know is that it's meant to incorporate a variety of seafood, but I've always wanted to try it. Seems a shame that I've never had the traditional food of my homeland. I don't know about you, but reviving the popularity of collusion stew and reclaiming our heritage would certainly raise my spirits. Same stance. Food that would fit lift my spirits. Goldberg's muffins, maybe? My mother often used to make them. The smell of baking muffins is absolutely divine, I assure you. I got distracted. Okay. Oh, you wrote them down. Thank you. Let me see. Ah, Bober muffins and collusion stew. I made those for my patrons before. I'll need fresh seafood from Stiltide. Stiltide. But that shouldn't be an issue. As for a dish that people in Yumor haven't had before, what do you think? Have you come upon anything in your travels outside the city that people might enjoy? Perhaps a cup of tea to go with the meal? Yes, that does sound pleasant. We can't focus solely on the food after all. I haven't the slightest idea what an Ishgard is, but I'd certainly be willing to try brewing tea with lily bulbs. I'll prepare each of these with the care they deserve, and hopefully my fellow Yomorians will find some solace in sharing a warm meal. I'm off to fetch ingredients, but before I go, here's a little something that I prepared for you as thanks. I hope it suits your tastes. At last, eye contact. I know not why, but the other paupers who have passed through avoided my gaze most intently. Dreadfully ill-mannered, a lot of them. I should think they ought to be grateful for the opportunity to complete this task for me, an opportunity that is now yours. In short, I require that you locate my manservant, who has served me faithfully for several years. He recently displeased me in adding a touch too much milk to my afternoon tea, and alas, I unthinkably pushed him into the sea. I feel somewhat contrite about that. Now my mind's been freed of Baltree's influence, of course, particularly as I found myself entirely incapable of lacing my boots without assistance, and will be forced to wear these hideous shoes ere he returns. Searching for him myself is quite out of the question, naturally. If I could remember his name, I suppose I might call it out, but as it matters stand, I'm afraid I shall have to rely on you to seek him in my stead. The young man is a mistal of considerable stature, with rather long hair. I do hope he's keeping it well groomed while he's away. I imagine he may be found weeping in the derelicts or some such. When you locate him, please do convey my apologies for having acted in such haste, and tell him, lest there be any doubt, that I should be delighted to have him return to my service. Yes, of course there will be rumination for your services. Go on with you now. There you are. No, I'm afraid I haven't had my hair cut recently. Though you believe your employer Though if you believe your employer may not be able to tell the difference, I would be happy to accept the role. I'm quite good at swimming. Good old-fashioned entertainment. Where are you, dude? In here? I'm in there. I'm not in there. Oh, there's more than one location. I'm so stupid. Okay. How can I help you? What? Or rather, yes, it is certainly I whom you seek. That the master regrets casting me into the sea does come as a surprise, however. For a blessing, I was rescued by some kind-hearted Ondo who happened to be in the area. However, I did feel compelled to offer them my spear in return. Tragic though it is, given that the master primarily valued me for my services as a bodyguard, it would be quite impossible for me to return to his employ now. Yes, it's out of the question, I'm afraid. Please give him my regrets and tell him that I will miss him dearly. The master has my fondest regards, you understand? I have a feeling that there's not too much left to see here. I might return to the Crystarium soon. That's where the world will begin again, mark my words. Why has he not returned with you? Oh dear, I dare say that spear was his only possession, but to replace it is a simple matter, and I shall do so forthwith, now that I know where he may be found. Ere I depart, do accept this recompense for your services. It is but a pittance to me, I assure you. Now I must make haste. He did say that he missed me dearly. I shall have to ask for his name this time. Pardon the imposition, but I am in desperate need of your assistance. I lost several pieces of jewelry that are ever so dear to my heart in the commotion, and I've been quite unable to locate them. I am searching for a tiara emblazoned with my house's crest, an engraved necklace, and an amethyst ring. As you might guess, each is a family heirloom. I know not where I dropped them, out of my wits as I was at the time, but they cannot have vanished into thin air. They must be in the city somewhere. If only I had the faintest inkling of where to look. Please, might I beg your help? I would give anything to have them safely returned to me. I apologize that I have no clearer idea of where I might have dropped them, but please, I need my heirlooms returned to me. It's that girl. Always the two people. Were you able to locate any of my heirlooms? Oh my, you found all three. There can be no mistake. Seek but to serve is inscribed here, you see. It was my family's motto long before we came to Yomor. My grandmother taught me its meaning. That we ought to always love others before ourselves, and the poor and the downtrodden. And I see with clarity now, it is that spirit that those of us in Yomor have been lacking, and which we must reclaim. Like my ancestors, like you, we must learn to care for others regardless of the benefit to ourselves. I know not how I can possibly thank you enough for this, but please believe that you have my eternal gratitude. Greetings, sinner. If you're wondering about the chair, a little perk of my trade is getting to keep the odd luxury good for myself. I'm a provider, you see. Think of me like a merchant, except I don't set up shop. I just figure out what people need and I make sure they get it. Now seems to me what you need is an interesting way to occupy your time. I can provide that, and in return, you'll bring me back some information. Sound fair? It's a deal. Now, as I said, I need information, and lots of it. Things like what just happened here. They change the status quo, you see, and that changes demand. Makes people need more of some things, want less of others. I have to make sure that I get the right goods in the right quantities, else it's a waste of my time. And that's where you come in. You'll ask around here in the derelicts, then come back and tell me what's in demand. Of course, you can't always trust people to tell you what they need, or even to know it. Come to that? Nah, you've got your prudent folks, but you've also got your melodramatic fools and those who can't add two and two to save their lives. Make sure you mind what sort you're talking to. Typically when Zoe asks, I tell him we need some firewood, a few foodstuffs, and glue, but not, a whole lot of glue. No more firewood, but not less either. And I'm not sure about the rest. And amount of firewood, like always, you know what I mean, right? How much do you want? An amount. Right. Without meal, we're doomed, I say. The price of even a single fish has skyrocketed. Famine, scarcity, doom. Just perpetually always there? Okay. They got some humor in the world building. Well, since you're asking, I could certainly do with some extra glue. There's a lot of damage here. As for how much, about twice what I normally use, I'd say. Yes, I think twice the usual amount of glue should do. So, what goods should I hunt down? The usual amount of firewood, but twice as much food and glue. That's about what I expected, with the damage caused by the chaos and the lack of meal. People are bound to need food and the materials to make repairs. Fortunately, those are both within my means to provide. Thank you for your help. I hope you enjoyed learning a bit about the business. You really met some characters, eh? Met with some Ando the other day, if you can believe it. They have some mighty fine goods to offer, and seemed intrigued by what I have in stock as well. A beautiful trade partnership in the making. Oh, stranger, please tell me you saw a group of 4 children while making your way here. I swear they vanished in the space of an eye blink. I've told them it's dangerous to wander about by themselves. What with the damage from the riot and the sheer drop to the ocean below, but they never listened, and now I can't find them anywhere. Would you please help me search for them? The longer they're left to their own devices, the greater the chance that they'll come to harm. Honestly, I take my eyes off them for a single moment. I was not expecting the daytime music to be like that. I don't know why I've been here before, but there you are. Tell Mother that we're not going near the ocean, so we'll be fine. And tell me if you find anyone else. She wants us home faster. She can help me look. Mother wants us home, but we're playing hide and seek. We'll go home when we're done playing. Gosh, I'm hiding. These fucking kids. Eek. Oh, you aren't it. Ooh. Eek. Would you stop that? Oh, for the love of. But I'm glad they're safe. Thank you. I may be a bit too cautious, I admit, but you must understand we have no way of knowing what's going on above. When that monster suddenly appeared in the sky, I didn't know what to think. And what if there are more? I'm their mother. It's my job to keep them safe, and I will. Oh, I am going to make them scrub so many pots for this. When I see my children gazing up at the night sky, I'm so sorry. I never thought that I would live to see it. Are you busy? If not, I would greatly appreciate some help with repairing this shed. It's something of a mess at the moment. I'm low on numbers, but it'll take ages to get the work done if I have to stop and hunt down more materials. Can you bring me 4 solid-looking planks for the time being? Some of the wood from the old sunken ship ought to still be fit for use. You notice a glittering object wedged in the crevice between the two boards. Extracting it from its hiding place, you see that it's a ring, one that has fared rather poorly in the elements. Perhaps Shear will know to whom it belongs. Did you find the lumber? What's this? A ring? Oh, this is a custom ring. They used to serve as authorization for traders to enter Yolmor. How do I know? Well, I used to work in the shipyard, as a matter of fact. Read a lot about its history at the time. Someday I'd like to rebuild one of those old ships, make it fit to sail the world on grand adventures once again. It's a far cry from stripping the same vessel for shed materials, but a man can dream. I'll give you a portion of my pay for this job as thanks for your help. I thought about splitting my lunch with you instead, but the money is probably more portable and considerably less right at this point. It's happening. I found a bunch of people who are interested in rebuilding the ships. We're going to take everything that can be spared and build something seaworthy. Just you watch. Ain't you that last what brought back the night? The warrior of darkness? Good, because I was asked to keep an eye out for you. Nothing untoward, worry not. It's just that, see, ever since Lord Bonthry and General Rajant ran off to God's knows where, the Roman army has been in shambles. Say what you will about the bastards, but they kept the city safe. Or near as much. Remaining leadership types have got their work cut out for them, keeping everyone fighting fit. Excuse me. But for a start, there's been talk of bringing back traditional training methods. I'm talking about stuff what could be used to get unbloodied layabouts like me ready to take the field. Of course, there's also plenty of military men taking part, eager to hone their skills for the struggles ahead. You're welcome to participate too, if so inclined. Head out of the city through open arms and look for a soft-faced bloke. He'll see you sorted. Hell, sinner, well met. Come to join the new, and by new I mean old, training? Excellent. Truth be told, interest has been less than enthusiastic. In case it's not bloody obvious, we're all we're all of us struggling to adapt to the new normal. When you wake up one day and realize half the life decisions you made weren't your own, it's hard to adjust. None can deny that we need a peacekeeping force to maintain order and defend against outside threats. Unfortunately, we're short on motivated recruits, and of the ones we've got, only a handful are up to snuff. Anyway, it's all very much a work in progress, and we're hoping warriors like you can help us with, even if only by taking part as a guest, draw attention to what we're trying to get off the ground, you know? So if you're keen to give it a go, let me know and I'll call on Elmero. Can't just up and walk there. No, ma'am. But first, in accordance with the ancient traditions, I've got to teach you the creed. She who fights with strength of stone unyielding, breathes deep of boundless sky, and embraces serenity of rolling sea. Against her none can stand. What do you mean you've heard that one before? Far as I know, it's the one of the many pearls of wisdom passed down through the ages. Dates back to a Colusian poet who died some several centuries ago. Sure you're not mistaken. Eerie coincidences notwithstanding. If you'd like to hone your warcraft, you'd be hard-pressed to find a better option than unleashing everything you've got on one of our contraptions. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Level 78. Okay. So I'm behind. Hmm. Oh, look at the time. Okay. Huh. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I will see you in the next one. Oh, moving the controller. Alright. Take it easy, y'all. And thanks again for watching. Peace.